Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99. I'm back with another video. All right, y'all, back with some more boxing talk. Yeah, it's going down, man. November 20th, man. You know, I've been looking forward to this fight. I've been talking about this fight on my channel, but y'all know it's really happening, and just been a lot going on. I haven't really got a chance to go right to the fight now and talk about it, but here I am, Terence Crawford versus Shawn Porter. I've been telling y'all this is the one fight that Terence Crawford really needs. It's a fight that Shawn Porter needs at this point in his career. And I just wanted to talk about the Blood, Sweat, and Tears documentary I saw on ESPN. That was a good documentary. First, I have to say, shout out to Terence and Shawn. I think they have good teams and good families behind them that really helped push them to where they need to get to. Starting off with Terence Crawford, you could really see the hunger in this kid. And, from coming up as a youngster, his mom, his sister, they gave him the right advice. They tried to raise him right, keep him off the streets, try to keep him out of trouble. And, his sister would give him that real advice that, if this is really what you want to do, you want to be a boxer, you want to be a world champion, stick to it. I love when somebody can tell a person that, to just say, hey, if that's what you really want to do, stick to it. If they show the grind and they show that determination, you have to stick to it. And I think Terence Crawford, throughout his amateur career, going into the professionals, he's really showcased that it factor, which I talked about years ago when I first seen him fight. Way back when I first seen him, I was like, this kid has the it factor. He can box, punch, close the show, what have you. So I think Terence Crawford, after watching this documentary, you can really see, and fans that have never seen him before, you can really see what type of a special fighter he is, and just seeing the team behind him. I know his guy Bernard used to kind of get on my nerves a little bit, but I can kind of have an appreciation for that guy. Bernard is a guy that has been riding with him forever. He's like a big brother to Terence Crawford, and he's a guy that motivates him, and you need that. Sometimes it might seem annoying to us to see a guy from the outside that continue to egg him on. People say, "Oh, you're just kissing his butt" or whatnot. But if they grew up together, and he's in his corner, he's giving him that moral support. I got to respect that. If he's behind him, yelling out his name, calling him champ, calling him the greatest, that's a beautiful thing, especially if it's genuine. If it's coming from the heart, like it is from him, somebody that, used to spar Terence when he was a kid and beat him up, and now he surpassed him, and now he can just kind of stay in his corner and just continue to say, you are the greatest, and push him and motivate him. That's love. That's respect there. I have to say, I have another newfound respect for, Bernard, and for what even what Bomac can do for Terence Crawford, and really, really fine-tune the kid. But yeah, Terence, after seeing the documentary again, it's just getting me hyped for this fight. He's saying that this is the fight he needs. Looking at the other side, Shawn Porter. Oh man, Shawn Porter, he's been through the best fights. He's fought Thurman, Brook, Danny Garcia, Errol Spence Jr. He's fought the toughest guys in amateurs. Like when I was watching the part where they were watching the watching tapes of their amateur fights, I forgot he fought Danny Jacobs. Shawn Porter fought Danny Jacobs. He beat him in the amateurs. He beat Alexander Usyk, who is the unified heavyweight champion. So Shawn Porter, he made a good point that he's fought everybody. Like there's never been a point where it was pick and choose for him. It was always about fighting whoever was willing to fight him, and that's what Shawn Porter's always done, even in his career now. Adrian Broner, Andre Berto, and like I said, Kell Brook, and so on. He's fought the best guys. So seeing Shawn Porter trying to find that, keep that flame and work with his father again, and just see how they started from the bottom. They moved from Cleveland, Ohio to Las Vegas to really, really stay focused. That was a good move, on his father's part. His father has always been a big part of his career, and that's a thing that we all have to respect. A lot of these young kids out there now, they don't get to grow up with their fathers like this. Of course, I did. I have I've had that. I've been able to have that in my life. And I can see that, with Shawn Porter and Kenny Porter, that type of dynamic there, that it's really needed. I wish a lot of, these young kids growing up could have that in their life, because I think Shawn Porter's father, some people think that he's just trying to be in his face and, steal the spotlight, but no, he wants the best for his son. You know what I mean? Like, he may be living through him a little, and that's just everybody, that's his flesh and blood, right? Part of him. But I think Kenny Porter is really trying to get his son to, he wants him to be the best, and by doing that, you have to be hard on him. So when he's actually taking the punch, it's not as bad, because the fight game ain't pretty. The fight game is not pretty. And what his father's giving him is just a portion of that, right? And he knows that's coming from a good place. So, yeah, just seeing them, get back into it and, work hard for this fight and look like they're training to stop Terence Crawford this time around it's just making the fight even more exciting. We're about a week and a half away now, November 20th next weekend, and I'm going to talk more about this fight. But I just had to talk about part one of this documentary. Like I said, it just covers some nice things. Just seeing Bernard in Terence's corner, and to be his hype man and just be his big brother and motivation. His mom and sister being there with him. Kenny Porter riding with Shawn all day and always pushing him. Even to the point where he could break, but if it hasn't broke him now, he's not going to break, right? So, yeah, I'm going to check out part two. I'm not sure when that comes out, but, yeah, definitely check out this fight, even for y'all MMA fans. This is a match in boxing that we really, really needed. Terence Crawford versus Shawn Porter. You can look at it on Top Ranks YouTube page, the full episode, Blood, Sweat, and Tears Part 1. Yeah, so shout out to it's one of my man, Boxing P, his favorite fighter. Shout out to my man, Boxing P, the Jab Effect. We need to get back on that. The Jab Podcast. More boxing talk coming, guys. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.